Are we live? Testing, testing. We're live. Hello, everybody. If you're still with us, we just experienced some technical difficulties. If you're still with us, thank you for waiting. I will run through my spiel once again. Hello, I'm Kristen. I am here to do fitness yoga with you. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate your support and keeping your membership active during this second shutdown. Though I would like you to please take a moment to check in for each class that you take with us. There is a link in the description of the video. If you could just clicky on the link when we're done, it would be greatly appreciated. So we will get started a second time. If you could make your way down to the floor, make your way to child's pose. We'll just start to ground and center. Just settling in. Again, my reminder, if child's pose aggravates your hips, ankles, knees, or your feet, please roll over onto your back and draw your knees into your chest. It's the same pose. Taking it upside down will alleviate any pressure on sensitive joints. If you have opted for child's pose, I invite you to check in. What does your back need tonight? Knees open helps release the lower back. Knees closed helps release the upper back. Pick what you need. You can move between the two. Let's just start to breathe through the nose. Lips are closed. Feeling the air, brushing the upper lip, flowing across the sinuses and down the back of the throat. Let's slide our awareness to our abdomen and bring in our belly breath. Just starting to lengthen the inhales and deepen the exhales, taking a moment to calm and soothe the nervous system. You have the option to continue in belly breath for a while longer yet, or you can join me on your next exhale by gently lifting belly button to spine to engage Uddiyana Bandha. And we're going to feel that breath shift into the rib cage. Let's begin to consciously breathe with the sides of the ribs. Let's bring that breath to our upper back and bring that breath to our upper chest. And again, you can stay in belly breath. And start to make the inhales and exhales equal. And on our next breath, let's slide our awareness to our throat center and bring in our Ujjayi breath. Slight constriction at the back of the throat, creating an audible whisper sound. If we're listening to the sound of our breath, if we're aware of our breath, we're not letting our mind rehash whatever happened earlier this week. If we're listening to our breath, if we're aware of our breath, we're not letting our mind worry about the weekend to come. If we're listening to our breath, if we're aware of our breath, we're not letting our mind run through all our chores and errands waiting for us after class. Just by listening to our breath and being aware of our breath, we can keep our awareness in our space. We can keep our awareness on our mat. We can stay in the present moment. And feeling more grounded in our body, more present in our space, let's begin a gentle transition to half dog. Lifting our hips off of our heels, stretching our arms towards the front of the mat, bringing our knees in if they were wide, about 1 fist distance apart. That's about hip distance. Feet are flexed now. In child's pose, we tend to stretch out the tops of our feet, our ankles into our shins. As we move into half dog, we're stretching out the soles of our feet, moving into our heels and our calves. We should still be breathing with sound, belly button lifting to spine. Uddiyana Bandha in our Ujjayi breath. And on our next exhale, let's walk our hands in and find tabletop. Starting to stack shoulders over elbows, over wrists, and hips over knees. And let's just start to find some gentle movement. Start to marry breath and movement, arching and flexing. You can stay here in a very traditional cat-cow. If your body needs a little more movement, we can start to bring elbows and hearts to the floor, exaggerated cat-cow. We can find a barrel roll, making big, exaggerated circles with our rib cage. If any of these are too much movement at the start of class, we can find a puppy wag, a little wag looking back at our tail, a gentle lateral stretch on each side. Take any one of these, any combination of these, for just 1 or 2 more breaths. And then we're going to start our cow, cat, down dog flow. We'll just take a moment, we'll pause, come to stillness. Let's find our cows. Find your cat. Flip the feet, take it to down dog, and right back to table. And cow, cat, and down dog. Nice, gentle flow. Let's take 3 more. Cow, cat, down dog. 2 more. Cow, cat, down dog. Last one. Cow, cat, down dog. Meet me in down dog. Take your dog for a gentle walk. Taking a moment. Pedal those heels, pedal the knees. Find a big wag to your tail. You always have the option to stay in stillness. Just a couple more gentle pedals. And we will all come to stillness, softening knees. We'll just start to move into a little bit more flow, a little bit more warm-up. On an inhale, I invite you, lift the right heel high to the sky, finding your 3-legged dog here at the start of class. Maybe finding just some rotation in the hip. Wherever you've chosen your 3-legged dog, let's come to stillness. And on your next exhale, right foot steps outside the right hand. Back knee can stay up, back knee can drop down. I will do the down option. On an inhale, let's open towards that bent knee. Gentle shoulder stretch. The gentle heart opener, reach to the sky. Breathing. Let's breathe for 3 breaths. Counting down 2 breaths. 1 breath. Exhale, reach behind you, reach to the back of your mat. Open your hearts. Open the shoulders, breathing down for 3. Breathing 2. Breathing 1. Option for a quad stretch here. You can just bring the foot off the floor, maybe grab those toes. If you experience a hamstring cramp, put the foot back on the floor. This might not be the night for your hamstring. Let's count it down for 3. Breathing 2. And 1. Releasing the foot if you added it. Return the hand to the floor inside that front foot. We're moving to a spinal extension. If your left knee is up, put the left knee on the floor. Right foot presses back. Find your table. Set your table foundation. Hips square to the floor. Belly tucked in. Heart pressing away. You can keep the left hand on the floor, or if you're feeling rounded and balanced, reach forward, thumb to the sky, reaching forward and back, spinal extension. Let's hold for 5 breaths, 4 breaths, 3 breaths, 2, taking this into a cat variation, exhaling elbow or nose to knee, arching high, exhale, reach long, taking 4 more, exhale, reach, inhale, stretch, exhale, reach, that's number 3, and stretch. And here's 2, elbow to knee, nose to knee, stretch. Last one, and reach long, holding, releasing hand, knee to the floor, flip the feet, meet me back in down dog. Take your dog for a gentle walk. We'll repeat that flow on the left side. When you're ready, let's inhale. Lift the left heel high to the sky. 3-legged dog of choice. Option to just kind of move the leg in the hip socket. Just doing some knee circles. Or stay in stillness. And we'll come to stillness if you've added movement. With your next breath, left foot steps outside the left hand. Back knee up or back knee down. I'll be facing away from you on this side. On an inhale, left arm reaches to the sky. Let's breathe for 5. Reach high. Breathing 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reach to the back of the mat. Open the hearts, open the shoulders. Breathing 4, 3, 2, 1. Optional quad stretch. Again, maybe just lift the foot off, maybe grasp toes, and breathe. My reminder again, if that hamstring is cramping, just put the foot back down on the floor. Remind yourself, next session, next practice is a different day. Let's breathe for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Release the foot. Hand comes to the floor inside the left foot. Preparing for our spinal extensions, and put the right knee on the floor if it's not already. Press back with the left. Find your tabletop. Square the hips to the floor. Belly pulls in. Hearts press away. Pausing here. Set your foundation. If you're feeling grounded and balanced, option to add the right arm. Reaching long, thumb to the sky. Our gaze is down at the floor, down at that left thumb. Reach, press the foot back. Let's take this into our flow, exhaling, elbow or nose to knee. Press the spine to the sky. Reach long, inhale. Exhale, our crunch. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, our contraction. Curling in. Inhale. Reach long. Exhale. Curl in. Inhale. Reach long. Last one. And reach. Pause. Hold. Release hand, knee to the floor. Rock those hands forward, 1 palm distant, flip feet. Meet me in down dog. Breathing. And on an inhale, let's look up between our hands, lift up high under our tippy toes. Walking our tippy toes, bring the feet behind your wrists. Let's partway lift. Grab elbows, bend knees, ragdoll. Everything, loosey-goosey. That floppy toy. Shoulders are loose. Neck is soft. You can add movement, swaying side to side, or just enjoy the stillness, just enjoy the stretch. Bellies to spine, breathing with sound. On our next exhale, let the hands We'll inhale the partway lift. Let's bring our right hand underneath our nose or our throat center. Left hand at the waist. Drop the right knee forward so you can spiral open to the side. Our shoulders should be warmed up. Reach to the sky. Option to stay here. Find a half bind. Wrapping the arm around the lower back. Maybe finding thigh or the crease of the hip. If your shoulders are feeling open, find a full bind. Take the lower arm, reach around the back of the knee, finding fingers, opening and breathing for 3, breathing 2, breathing 1. Let's release. One hand to the floor, reach back to the sky. Find that starting point, that opening point. Exhale, upper hand comes down to meet the lower. Let's partway lift. Adjust anything that needs adjusting. And this time, left hand underneath the nose, right hand to the waist. Drop that left knee forward as you spiral open to the side. I will be facing away this time. And inhale, arm to the sky. Pausing here. You can stay here or find that half bind, wrapping the arm around the lower back, finding the upper thigh, finding that crease of the hip. Staying here or full bind, taking the lower arm around the back of the knee and finding your fingers. So lower back, back of the knee. Let's breathe for 3. Breathing 2. And 1. Exhale. Release. Hand back to the floor. Reach back to the sky. Opening. Exhale. Upper hand comes down to meet the lower. Let's inhale. Partway lift and heel toe. Those feet in. Let's do hip distance apart. Exhale to our traditional bent knee forward fold. Hands on shins, ankles, or fingers, palms on the floor. Next, inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. We're going to sweep those arms overhead. Find a full body stretch. Let's pause here, drop the shoulders, drop the ribs. Let's reach over, grab our right wrist. Option tonight, right foot comes around front. If you feel wobbly, if you're not feeling grounded and balanced, skip the foot, keep the feet parallel. And on an exhale, let's tip over to the left, turning our hearts a little to the sky, looking up, and breathe. And breathe for 3, counting down, breathing 2, breathing 1. Inhale, up we come. Release the foot, get your balance first, then wrists, shoulders, ribs. Let's reach over, grab our left wrist. Bring the left foot around front. If this doesn't work for you tonight, feet parallel. And let's exhale, tip to the right. And turn to the sky. And look up. And breathe. We'll count down, breathing 3. Breathing 2. Breathing 1, inhale, come up. Release the foot first, get your balance, then release the shoulders, wrists, and ribs. Preparing for sun salutation A. We're going to inhale, full body stretch. Listen carefully, I'm adding on. Exhale, open your dragon wings, open your hearts. We're going to inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Let's inhale, partway lift, lift and lengthen, little tuck to the tailbone, bellies to spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant those hands, step back, meet me in high plank pose, stacking shoulders over elbows, over wrists. Kneeling plank, always an option. Exhale, we're going to take it nice and slow, high to low. Little pause on the low, hips to the floor for cobra. Or up dog, roll the shoulders away. Flip the feet, lift the knees, press back up, Meet me in down dog. Let's take it for 5 breaths, counting down for 4, counting 3, breathing 2, and 1. Inhale, looking up, walking, lunging. Let's bring it back to the top of the mat. Lift and lengthen. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, let's take it to the sky. Reverse swan dive, coming up, stretching high. This is the add-on. Exhale, dragon wings, heart opener. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Little tuck to the tailbone, little tuck to the chin. Exhale, bend the knees, plant those hands. Meet me in high plank. Pausing, holding, bellies to spine. Nice, long, strong lungs. Kneeling plank optional. Nice and slow, high to low. Hips up, 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 up. Hold it. Hips to the floor. Cobra or up dog. Roll the shoulders away. Flip the feet, lift the knees. We're going to push up. Meet me in down dog. And breathe. Taking it down for 4. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, looking up. Let's bring it back forward. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's take it to the sky, finding our full body stretch. Exhale into your heart opener, dragon wings. Inhale, reach high. I'm adding on. Exhale, the chair pose. Let's bring those arms back, airplane wings. Weight is in our heels. Look down, be able to see your toes. Hips behind, little tuck to the hips, lift hearts, roll shoulders down. You can stay here for another couple of breaths, or we're gonna sink back into a Boundary Waters chair. Holding here. If you would like a challenge tonight, lift up onto those tippy toes. Drishti is out in front. Let's hold this for 5, counting down 4, breathing for 3, 2, 1. We'll release, heels down. Inhale up, full body stretch. Exhale, open your hearts, dragon wings. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swan dive. Adding on, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant those hands. Plank pose. Kneeling plank optional. Take it high to low, nice and slow. Inhale to your cobras or up dogs. Flip the feet, exhale. Meet me in down dog. On an inhale, right heel high to the sky, your choice for 3-legged dog. Exhale, right foot, right hand, left heel down. Warrior 2, my back will be to you. Knee over ankle in front. Press through that back heel. Let's flip palms up to drop shoulders down. Let's breathe for 2 more breaths. Unflip the hands. Last breath, adding on. Exhale, reach to the top of your mat. Now don't let the knee come over the toes. Legs stay stationary. Pausing, holding. Tonight's variation, scissor arms. Front hand is going to move down to the back hip. Back hand comes up by the ear. Turn your heart to the sky. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. Counting down, 2 more breaths. Last breath. Reverse warrior. Inhale, up we come. Breathing. Reach high, reach low. Strong arms, active fingers. Check that you're sinking down into the hips. Let's take 1 more breath and exhale, pin hands to the floor. Step back, three-legged plank optional. Take it high to low, nice and slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Flip the feet. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, left heel high to the sky. Your choice for three-legged dog. I'm in three-legged dog number 2, hip opener. Next, exhale, left foot, left hand. Right heel down. Meet me in warrior 2. Knee over ankle in front. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. Palms up, shoulders down. Breathing. Unflip those hands, adding on. Exhale, reach. Scissor arms. Now you can see what I got going on, and we scissor. Long, strong lines here. Reaching back, reaching forward. Breathe. 3 more breaths. Breathe. 2. 1. Reverse warrior. Inhaling up. Reach straight up. Reach straight down. Sink down a little into those hips. You can look straight ahead. You can look up beyond your fingers. You can look forward. Where does your neck want to go tonight? Where will you find the most stability? 2 breaths. 1 breath. Exhale. Pinwheel those hands to the floor. Step back to your planks. Take it high to low. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Exhaling down dog for active rest. We'll hold here, counting down for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, looking up, walking, lunging. Let's bring it back forward. Lift and lengthen. Exhaling, fold. Inhale to your chairs. I'm bringing my arms overhead to start. It's always arms of choice. But we're going to add on again, finding airplane wings. Check those foundations. Weight is in the heels. Can you see your toes? Tailbone tucked, heart's lifted. Start to sink down. You can stop anywhere. We're taking it down, down, down. Little tuck to the belly, little tuck to tailbones. Get optional challenge, tippy toes. Let's hold here for 5 breaths, counting down. 4 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Inhale, up we come. Exhale, open your hearts for your dragon wings. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhaling to our planks. Taking it high to low. Nice and slow, don't rush this. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, right heel high, 3-legged dog of choice. I'm in 3-legged dog number 2. Exhale, left foot, right foot, right hand, left heel down. Meet me in warrior 2. Set that foundation. Breathing. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. And 1 breath. Exhale. Reach to the top of the mat. Scissor arms. Lifting up. No weight. And that lower elbow. Little oblique. Strength working here. Abdominals. Breathing. And reverse warrior. Up we come. Reach high, reach low. I'm going to add on in 3, counting down, 2, 1, find warrior 2, reach forward once again, Ardha Chandrasana, its variations. Option 1, elbow to knee, reach to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon variation. 2, fingers to the floor, pop the back knee up, bring your hand to your waist. I'm facing away from you, so open your shoulders, and then reach to the sky, flex the foot. Let's hold for 3, 2, adding on, standing splits, upper hand comes down, square the hips to the floor, open hearts. Option 1, right here. Option 2, walk the hands in, start to work on balance, one hand or both hands. You choose. Let's hold for 2 more breaths, counting down. 1, exhale, raised foot comes down to the floor. Let's lift and lengthen, heel toe those feet hip distance apart. We'll take a forward fold, hands on shins, ankles, yogi toe lock. Lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Shoulders into our back pockets, bellies to spine, ribs finding thighs. Let's hold for 3 breaths, counting down. 2 and 1. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant those hands, step back to plank. Take it high to low, nice and slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Flipping feet, exhaling, down dog. Inhale, left heel, high to the sky. 3-legged dog of choice. Let's exhale, left foot, left hand, right heel now. Find your warrior 2. Build that strong foundation. Wider stance, not necessarily a better stance. Adding on, exhale, reach to the top of your mat. Find your scissor arms. Breathe. Open hearts, breathing, counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse warrior. Reach up, reach down. Let's count down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Pause. Option 1. Elbow just barely touches thigh. Reach for the sky. Half moon pose. Option 2. Fingers to the floor. Upping forward. Hand to hip. Open shoulders. Open hips. Flex the foot. Option 3. Raising the arm. Breathing. Smiling. Let's hold 4 breaths, counting down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, upper hand comes down to the floor for the standing splits. Square those hips. Start by lifting hearts, hanging out here. Maybe walking hands towards the foot. One hand on ankle. Both hands on ankle. You choose. Let's hold 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Bring that foot down to the floor. Let's partway lift. Second forward fold. We'll bring hands around behind calves, ankles, or cupping our heels. Lift and lengthen, ribs to thighs, folding, shoulders, roll them into your back pockets. Let's hold for 3, Counting down 2. And 1. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant those hands, step back to plank. Meet me in plank pose. Kneeling plank optional. Let's take it high to the floor, nice and slow. Touching down all at once. Point the toes. Tuck your chin in, forehead to the floor, roll those shoulders away. I'm just going to open up the lower back with this next move. Lift up the right toe. Try and touch whatever's behind you. Is it the sofa? Is it a wall, a bed, a chair? Try and touch the object with your toes. Then put the right foot on the floor. Lift up the left foot. Same thing. Reach behind you. Try and touch or bump whatever's behind you. Is it your kitty? Is it your puppy? Try and bump them. And put those toes on the floor. Little wiggle to the hips. And on an inhale, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, starting out in a cobra. No weight on our hands. You can keep hands here, wings tucking in, or slide the hands down past your hips. Palms up, palm down, personal preference, you choose. Lifting up. If your back and shoulders are feeling well tonight, lift those toes. Gaze forward, just beyond the top of your mat. Let's hold for 3, 2, adding on airplane wings, stretch your wings wide. Bellies to spine, holding 4, counting down 3, up, 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 2, adding on Superman, reaching forward. If that disagrees with anything, make a Y, come back to the T, or even hands by the hips. You choose, let's count down, that's 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release everything to the floor. Make a little pillow you can rest on your hands. Staying here, or let's press back to child's pose, opening knees, sinking those hips back, stretching long. I'm going to invite you now, if it agrees with your knees and your back, bring the knees together. Bring your toes to the right side of the mat. You can kind of stack the arches. We're going to take our left hand, bring it over to the right. So everything's on the right side. We're making a C with our body. Hands are on the right side of the mat. Our ribs are sinking left, and our toes are on the right side of the mat. Breathing. Let's hold this for 3, 2, 1. Gently, slowly release. Come back to center. Adjust anything that needs adjusting. Knees together. Start by swinging the feet to the left, and then you can stack the arches. Let the hips sink down. Right hand comes to the left hand. We're on the left side of the mat now. Ribs sinking to the right. And breathe. There's 3, 2, 1. Bring everything back to center. Back to child's. We're going to take one more stretch here in child's. Baby thread the needle. Let's take our left hand, slide it underneath our right shoulder. Adjust the knees to make this comfortable for you. Temple, shoulder to the floor. Breathing. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. There's 1. Let's slowly release. Hands back to the top. Switching sides. Right arm slides underneath the left shoulder, bringing the shoulder temple to the floor. I'm facing away from you now. Let's hold for 3. 2. And 1. Release, come back to child's. We are going to start moving towards deep relaxation. You can stay here in child's pose for as long as you like, as long as you're able. If you would like to, just slide the tummy up to the top of your mat. Slide your arms to the top of the mat. Find crocodile pose, where you bring your forehead down to your hands. Open the feet wider than your mat. If resting on your stomach aggravates shoulders and back, you can roll over onto your side or come all the way over onto your back. Taking a few moments just to let the body find stillness. Returning to our belly breath. Lengthening inhales and deepening exhales. Where the only expectation is to follow your breath. There is nothing else to do but breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. This is where the mind wants to start to take over. It wants to start reminding you of this, that, and the other thing. Come back to your breath. Let those thoughts flow by like water in a stream, like falling leaves in the water in the stream. They're too quick. Let them flow by. You don't have to do anything about it. The water will just go. You can't hold back the water. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If your evening, your day, your space permits, I invite you to stay here for as long as you're able. But if life is calling you away, I invite you to bring yourself out of deep relaxation, your method, following your breath, moving mindfully. We'll meet back upright in a comfortable seated position for you. We'll close the session together, or again, I invite you to stay where you're at as long as you're able, as long as your space permits. If you are back upright now, let's bring our hands to our hearts. And on Jala Mudra, we'll take a nice deep inhale through the nose and a long deep sigh out the mouth. I want to thank you again for joining me and the Y. We thank you for your continued support during the second lockdown. We're greatly appreciative. And to everyone out there, I'd like to say Om Shanti, Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day.